So I saw a tweet on St Patrick's Day that got me thinking, and it said something like, "Happy St Patrick's Day, don't know how this day ended up as a day of revelry." And it had a link to St Patrick's Wikipedia page, and we all know that Wikipedia is such a sort of, I don't know, bastion of truth and infallibility. So I thought, well, I'll go there and have a read and see what it has to say about St Patrick, because I really don't know that much about the guy. And its short little summary of his life is an interesting story. And the thing is, there was this line in it that really stuck with me, because it talks about how he was captured and taken to Ireland and was a slave there, and then he managed to escape, and he had somewhere else, England I think, and then he has this dream in which people who he takes to be Irish people are saying, "We appeal to you, holy servant boy, come and walk amongst us." And he felt like this was some divine call for him to go back to Ireland and work with the people in Ireland, and he did, and the rest, as they say, is history. But it really got me thinking, this whole thing of come and walk amongst us. They weren't saying come and teach us, they weren't saying come and preach at us, they weren't saying come and give us a lecture, they were saying come and walk amongst us. And some of you watching will know I'm someone who's moved from one country to another country to try and help people. And when you read something like that, it's really challenging, because you can look at lives of people who've really made a difference in the world of charity, if you want to call it that. Right, take for example Mother Teresa, and you think, what is she famous for? Is she famous for her speeches? No. She's famous for getting amongst some of India's poorest people, walking among them, if you want to use a St Patrick phrase, and making a difference in their lives. And that is what challenged people, and still challenges people around the world when they think about Mother Teresa and her legacy and what she did. And the name is synonymous with doing good. And I was thinking of a passage in the Bible, which is in Acts 10 verse 38, where St Peter, he's describing to someone who's interested in God about Jesus and about Jesus' life. So St Peter, he'd been with Jesus, he'd walked the places he'd walked, he'd seen Jesus do the things he did, heard him say the things he said, and he described it like this. He said Jesus went around doing good and healing all of those who were oppressed by the devil, because God was with him. And you think, okay, so there's a similarity here. Suddenly I've got three things coming together which are talking about the value of walking more than the value of talking. And I suppose I just can't help to think how much we like to talk. I'm here sitting talking to you, but hopefully you're somewhat distracted or more intrigued by the walking that's going on in this video. I think sometimes we want to talk to get people interested in something. We don't want to do something that interests people that they then want to talk about. There is a difference. And so this week for me, it's been a challenge to think about myself. How much am I walking amongst people? How much am I making a difference in their life? And how much do I just want to talk? How much do I want to impress people with fancy words? But am I prepared to do the things, often hard and often unseen and often unrewarded, but the things that actually make a difference? And I don't want to give anyone the impression that I don't value talking, or I don't think that words are ever important, or people should ever say anything, or make speeches, or do lectures or something. Clearly that has its place. But I think there's an argument to say that the right to speak comes out of actually having done something, and people who have proved their point by going and doing it often have a much stronger case than those who are just theorising about something. And for me, I don't want to be someone who theorises. I want to be someone who does something and makes a difference. What about you? Do let me know. Comments, video responses. 5 stars if you liked it. And thanks very much for watching.